Hi everyone, my name is Lauren Clemens and I did my presentation on the pros of offering family care benefits for our employees. Benefits have always been important for employees, be it healthcare benefits or time off benefits. But there's been a big change in the workforce lately, and things such as family care benefits have become so much more important for attracting strong, probable candidates for employment, or even just keeping the talented, hardworking employees that we already have. Target, one of the largest retailers in the country, realized this a while back, and this year they actually expanded their family-friendly family care benefit program to include not only their full-time employees, but their part-time employees as well. Now, there's a lot of reasons why these benefits have become so important. One of them is that the fact that a higher percentage of families have two employed parents. In the past, you had the option of a parent staying home while the other one went to earn the money to help support the family. But these days, you actually need more often that both parents have to work to be able to support the family. Actually, the Bureau of Labor Statistics stated that 66.1% of families these days have two working parents. That is a lot of families with two working parents. And those families now have to actually look outside the home, outside the family even, to be able to take care of their children or possibly anyone else that they are taking care of. And that actually brings up the fact that the high cost of childcare costs have skyrocketed in the last few years, to the point where it is now costing, on average, $16,200 to take care of one infant per year. And a lot of families don't have just one child, so you think that that actually has to multiply, even though as the child gets older, that price does go down a little, but not by much. That actually equals out to $1,350 per month per child to be able to take care of that child in an outside child care program. And the government actually says that the average family should only be spending 7% of their average monthly income on child care per month. $16,200, that equals to a lot more than 7% of most families' average income per month. There's also a lot of families that are not only just taking care of a child. There's a higher percentage of families these days that are also taking care of an older family member as well, putting a much stronger, stress on a parent who is having to take care of both that child and possibly one of their parents as well. Idaho actually is a little higher than the average for what it costs to take care of a child per year. Our average cost is $7,474 per infant per year to take care of that infant. It goes down a little as the child gets older, as I said earlier. That comes out to $6,454 per child at 4 years old. This equals up to 13.3% of the median family's income, much more than that 7% that the government says that we should be paying every month to take care of those children. Actually, if you think about it, BSU costs an average of $7,694 for in-state tuition per year per student. That means that to take care of an infant per year, you're paying $220 more, or just $20 less than what it costs to send a student off to college. And for a 4-year-old, it's $1,240 less. That doesn't seem like an awful lot, and it seems like a big burden on those families to be able to do this year after year after year. And that causes a lot of stress on them, and a lot of stress on our businesses as well. Another reason why it's become, and as I said earlier, a lot of families are taking care of both a adult family member and a child at the same time. And this has actually been called the sandwich generation. The Merriam-Webster Dictionary defines this as a generation of people who are caring for their parents while supporting their own children. And actually, about 1 in 7 middle-aged adults, which is 15%, are providing financial support for both an aging parent and a child. That's quite a lot. And actually, a lot of times, it's not just financial that they're helping with. A lot of those parents, about 30% of the aging parents, also need help with just daily living activities, such as going to the store or feeding themselves or cooking food. And this is stretching these parents and their finances very thin. And this can also cause problems for us too, because when they are not able to take care of this and work at the same time, we get absenteeism because they will have to call in to be able to take care of either their child or this parent. Say, all of a sudden a emergency comes up and they have to take this parent or the child to the emergency room, or they can't find care. And that costs us on a lot of reasons. We have things like wages that we have to pay for employees that are absent. We're paying someone not to work. And then we have the high cost of replacing that employee, be it if we have to replace them, call someone in. So now not only are we paying that employee that's not working, but we're paying a employee that we have to call in, or we have to keep an employee longer. So now we are paying them overtime possibly. Also, we have administrative costs. You have to have the people there, the management, that actually are going to call in these people, that they have to take the time out of their work schedule, what they're doing, to go take care of this. And it can cause poor quality for goods and services. If you have someone that you're calling in that doesn't normally work that position, or say is just not having a day, it's like, oh, now I have to go to work, they're not going to do a good job. And they might not be able to offer the customer what they need because they just don't know how to do the job possibly, or they're just tired. And that also can reduce the productivity because they're just not going to want to put that time in to actually do that job. Plus, they could be being stretched thin. They're trying to do one job plus this other person's job as well. And that actually can cause poor morale among employees. If you have someone who's calling in a lot because they actually, to take care of the family member, be it a child or an adult, the other employees are going to start to become burned out, and it's going to cause them to be disenchanted and upset, and be it with you or that other employee, they might start to just get very mad at the other employee. And it's going to bring down a lot of things and cost us in the long run. Now, there are many options that we can do to, help with this. You have backup childcare assistance, which you have the option of, and this is actually what Target has done, is if someone has an emergency come up, like say their babysitter calls out sick, they have the option of, for $20 a day, they can go to a company that Target has made a deal with to take care of that child, or to find someone to come into the home to take care of a parent. You can offer on-site childcare. Now, this can be a little expensive and might be restricted by space, but it saves the family from finding outside childcare. And you can offer flexible hours. This is actually relatively inexpensive, and this allows parents or caregivers for adults to work their schedules around if they have to take someone to an employee, or if there is an after-school event that they need to go pick up their kid or take their kid to. And then you can also have dependent care assistant programs, which allows employees to take money out of their paycheck pre-tax, and this opens them up for saving money on that money. So my recommendations are that we implement a flexible schedule program, and this should actually be able to be done by March of 2020. And this is going to be relatively probably the easiest thing we do, and it's going to be relatively inexpensive. I also think that we should start a dependent care assistance program. Now, this I hope to have up by 2021. And this is actually probably going to take longer than what the next option is going to be, but this one should be started first. It's going to be the hardest to do because we're going to need to find someone outside to help us with this and to find someone to take care of it, to make sure that we are following all the rules and everything and that we don't get stopped because of that. And another thing that we could do is to borrow from Target and to start up a backup childcare and elder care program. Find some companies in our state that would be able to, that we could be able to make an amicable, program with, and we can offer a low-cost option for our employees to take their child to, or to get someone to take care of their family member. And this actually could be running up by as early as fall of 2020 if we can find someone who's willing to work with us. These might cost us a little money, but in the long run, it will actually save us money and save us disgruntled employees, and will help us to attract strong candidates and to keep the employees that we already have that have shown that they are dependable and want to work, and keep them from going elsewhere. So there are many options, but these are the ones I think that we should implement. And hopefully in the long run, it will help us all, be the employees and us. Thank you.